Hey y'all, morning. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty low today, pretty depressed. Jeff left yesterday. It's cold, gray, feels like winter's back. Feels like North Korea around here. Actually worse than North Korea.
The coronavirus outbreak has caused panic around the world.
It is now spreading faster outside China than inside that country.
We're seeing evidence that this can actually be contained and controlled, but we're not seeing that effort to contain and control it keep pace with the spread.
And there's certainly evidence that there are some containment that's being done in China, for example, that actually has had quite a tremendous impact. And so I think
China's quite a unique example because they're in a position to take measures that we're unlikely to see replicated in other parts of the world.
Liz shares
how that country suppressed the COVID-19 outbreak, restricting it largely to the city of Wuhan and the surrounding province.
markets to get your food, like grocery stores, have been allowed to be open the entire time, some of them. A few restaurants have started to open recently if they meet a bunch of criteria. We have something on our phones here in China called Alipay. On Alipay there's a health app, and on that health app you have to fill out a questionnaire about your health, where you've been, travel history, etc., that you've been in Suzhou for at least 14 days. It generates a code. It generates a colored QR code, either red, yellow, or green, depending on your answers. So if you have a green QR code, that is the key to the city. That QR code needs to be shown when you enter lots of different shops, restaurants, the wet market, and even your residential housing area we call compounds. They're basically gated communities like the one that I live in. There's only one entrance in and out, and it's heavily guarded. You need to show the QR code that you're green. You need to get your temperature checked, and you need to pass in a ticket that they give you when you leave, and it means that you cannot stay overnight somewhere. You need to come in the same day you leave, and so the ticket is date stamped. So if you have your ticket, your QR code, and your temperature is normal, you can enter your residence. So they take your temperature everywhere you go. Basically, if I'm out and about for a day, I have my temperature checked 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, depending how many times I'm entering into the subway. If you want to enter a taxi, pretty much anywhere you want to go in, they check your temperature. Travel restrictions. Here's the big one. Nobody's allowed to travel to certain red zones where they have a higher amount of COVID-19. So you're just blocked from entering those places. On the highways, there are roadblocks where they make you check your temperature. You need to show documentation where you're going.
Take a look at this. Just us, flying out. You're absolutely right, man. Even looking outside, there's only a couple of planes. No one is here.
Now, China's ramped up their entry policy recently because their cases have been going down and cases throughout the world have been rising, and so now they've really ramped up their entry. They do a pre-screening on the airplane depending where your passport is from and your travel history. If you're the highest risk, they take you off the airplane first when you land. Everyone else has to wait. Then they slowly take off passengers who are less and less of a risk to China. When you get off and you're questioned about your travel history, your health, and everything. And then it's determined after 3 different questioning stations whether you're going to get red, yellow, or green to enter the country. Red means you're immediately shipped to a quarantine facility, which is a hotel, and you have to stay there for 2 weeks. If you get a yellow, it means you have to take a special bus to your place of residence, a special quarantine bus, and then you're going to be sealed into your apartment for 14 days. If you get a green, you're in luck. You can take your private car home, and then you're asked to self-quarantine for 14 days. You should not leave your apartment. Depending on the compound, they may put some sort of seal on your door. They may put an electronic sensor where you can only open it to collect your deliveries, like groceries, or they just trust you to not leave the compound, not leave your house. When Jeff returns from Thailand, hopefully he will get a green. I'm sure he will. And then when he gets here, both him and I will have to redo our quarantine. Or I get to move into a hotel, which I really don't want to pay for right now, and I'd rather just hang out in my own home. I've been stockpiling some food. I have 3 dogs that need a walk 3 to 4 times a day. Hopefully they'll be lenient and I'll be allowed to walk the dogs. Luckily we have this patio space where you can go outside and get some fresh air. Some people don't have that. So yeah, those are the kind of things that you can expect in COVID China right now. And this is not a judgment on it. It's actually helping to contain the virus. I don't know if other countries can pull off such a thing. So, Jiao China, Jiao Wuhan.
加油！加油！
And yeah, Jiao World, because so good luck everyone out there, and don't feel too bad if you need to cancel your trip to wherever or cancel your cruise. Definitely cancel your cruise, please. And stay at home, spend more time in your home, and try not to go out too much if you can help it for a little while. Good luck.